Hello guys, today I'm going to be playing Twin Mirror. This is my first time playing and I haven't heard the greatest things about it, but I was interested in the plot and I want to see where it goes, so I'm going to give it a shot.
The skies are finally clearing up after a light rainfall most of the afternoon. The weather's approaching 49 degrees, so we've got a brisk West Virginia evening ahead of us. Wrap up tight and settle in, folks. This is 104.3 WVCK, the Basswood Sound. And I'm your host, Carrie Hammond. Coming up after a short break, mental health expert Dr. Wick will discuss the recent opioid epidemic that's been affecting...
Change my clothes and wash my hands. Does the well go down that low? Let me breathe and I'll let you go. I knelt down in disbelief. I felt around for something real. There's a radio station playing wrong in my ear. You keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive. You keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive.
Also, from what I remember, this is a relatively new game.
Time to kill before the funeral. Might as well spend it here. This place was always one for decisions. Somewhere for things to fall apart.
The company made sure we knew how generous they were.
Welcome back to Basswood, Sam.
This is pretty. Gives me Life is Strange 2 vibes, just the scenery right here.
I came up here every chance I could. One of the all-time great views. Really makes a small town look big.
Okay, there's the cemetery. Basswood River, Basswood Mine.
My hometown. It felt more imposing in my nightmares. I remember spending entire summers on the banks, fishing with Nick. I'm not sure Nick would even want me at his funeral, given how I left things. I remember spending entire summers on the banks fishing with Nick. My hometown. It felt more imposing in my nightmares. Strange to think of Basswood without its mine.
Founded in 1865, this small mining town quickly grew along with the coal industry. At its peak, Basswood produced more coal than any other town in West Virginia, with the Basswood mine being one of the most consistent coal mines in the U.S. Basswood is also a wonderful place to simply let nature be nature outside of the Appalachian Trail, with its hundreds of miles of hiking trails. A perfect example of the true West Virginian way of life. Basswood is both a reminder of its past and a glimpse into its bright future.
These trails were great to walk if you wanted to feel truly alone. Hunting is another tradition I could never get behind. Just don't see the appeal. West Virginia's scenic mountain forests are home to deer, flying squirrels, red foxes, field mice, rabbits, and cave bats, among other animals. Bobcats, wild boars, and even black bears have been seen all over the state. Even very remote farmsteads have occasionally sighted the eastern cougar, puma concolor, on the prowl. Some of these species are endangered. She wrote an article about it.
Keeps hikers and hunters safe from bears.
I left a sandwich in it for a whole week once. Dad never let me forget it.
Oh, ew.
I used to love looking at Basswood from up here. Helped give me perspective. Until that day. Why can't the real world be as clear and peaceful as my own mind? Even if it does mean nothing stays hidden in here. Not even me.
I've been meaning to ask you something. Don't freak out. Would you be my little girl's godfather? I wouldn't trust anyone else with this.
And yet I stopped taking his calls. He even called once the day before he died. I'll never know what he wanted to talk to me about.
This is Anna. She works freelance. Does a lot of the human interest pieces.
What can I say? I'm interested in humans and their pieces. What do you like to write?
I gotta run to a review with Walt. You two feel free to chit-chat. And Sam, be nice.
I had never met someone so interested in others, even in me.
The story is important. You know I think that. It's just... people around here have short tempers and long memories. Be careful. Sam, are you even listening to me?
I heard you, Anna. But no, I wasn't listening.
Come on, Anna, look at this.
What is it? Someone skinny dipping?
Anna, you really need to see this.
I can't even see. Something's blocking it.
Oh,
Sam.
interesting way to do it.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to be romantic.
What? Wait. Please don't tell me you're proposing.
I'm down on one knee, a ring. What else would I be doing?
Tying your shoe?
You look like I just ran over your grandma. Okay, the silence is really starting to scare me now. Anna, please say something.
Sam, put that away. Come on. I don't want a ring. I don't need a ring. You should know that. We've discussed it before.
She just doesn't want to get married, or she just doesn't want a ring.
We weren't happy. She was the one brave enough to face that. Lost in my head again. How much time did I miss?
I decided to take a walk on the promontory before Nick's funeral. I thought I wasn't ready to face Basewood again, but the past is already pulling me back in. My memories are so vivid, it's as if I'd never left. Also, sorry. I don't know when this cold's gonna go away.
I missed the funeral. Maybe it's for the best.
Hopefully soon.
On the bright side, Nick's not alive for me to let him down again.
Not sure if it's sinuses or something else.
Sorry, Walter, but I don't think I'll stick around.
Given up already?
Just a quick, depressing jaunt down memory lane, and then you're gone? I know you think that the only thing waiting for you down there is hurt. Lots of hurt. And you might be right. But it's been 2 years. It's time to face the world. Time to adult. The good news, though, at least you don't have to do it alone. lost the signal. Some things never change.
Yuli, you actually came.
It's been a while. You've gotten taller.
Can we talk?
We're talking right now.
It's cold.
So,
You left.
Joan, that's not fair.
You left.
Look, Joan, I messed up.
You said you wouldn't leave. You said... I don't remember exactly, but you pinky swore.
I didn't mean to lie. I just screwed up. After Anna broke up with me, I'm sorry. I wish words meant anything. I wish this didn't make it harder for you to trust me now.
You could have at least called something, especially after... You know, after my dad.
I don't know what to say to that. You're right. I wasn't in a state where I could reach out to anyone. I'm still not. If Nick hadn't died, I never would have come back.
Thanks for being honest. You're always at least honest. Listen, I wanted to talk to you about what happened to Dad. It doesn't make sense. He wouldn't have just crashed. He drove like a grandma, you know that. It's wrong. I don't buy it.
I'm just in town for the funeral, Joan. I'm not a PI or a cop.
You're the closest thing I can talk to. Will you just look into it, Muley? Please?
She wants her father's death to mean something. But where does that lead? What if it leads to the truth? That could change everything. An hour ago, you wanted to run away. Now you want to start another investigation? A few questions won't hurt anyone. Just tonight. To reassure her. And myself. This is a wake. If you poke around, people may end up poking back. Okay, whatever you do, at least leave the kid out of it. It would be cruel to lead her on. Friends don't lie to each other. Even if it means disappointing her again. It's your call. Okay, I'll see what I can see and all that. Gumshoe it up.
You will?
You make some good points. It doesn't fit. I hate when things don't fit.
Yeah, me too. I might just be, I don't know, crazy or something, but
You want to know for sure. I get it.
thanks, Muley. I should go in before my mom misses me. You better get in there too. Can't hide in your car all night.
Who says I'm hiding out here?
I do. See you inside.
Okay, it says, everyone knows Nick and I were best friends. Everyone thinks I owe it to him to be there. His daughter, Joan, goes even further. She thinks I should stay here and investigate her father's death. Our old boss, Walter, is sure to have something to say too. I won't be able to sneak past him.
Might as well talk to Walter. I'll have to, sooner or later. Whoever said you can judge someone by their car never met Tara.
Coal Miners Haven, everything has to be a reference to the mine.
Yes, the cat food is under the sink. Yes, yes it is, Mother. Trust me. Oh, Samuel is here. I'll call you back. Samuel Higgs, as I live and breathe. Has it really been over 2 years? Regardless, I'm so glad you finally made it. It's good to see you. What kept you?
A trip down memory lane. I missed the funeral, but I made it to Nick's wake.
You have to bring it in for a hug. It's a Basswood back in town requirement. So good to see you. Even if I wish the circumstances were different. In times like these, we need the comforting touch of others. At least I do.
Alright, dude, you don't have to explain.
Also, have you spoken to Anna lately?
No, why?
No reason. If you get the chance, we should catch up. We should really catch up. I'll see you inside.
I'm not ready for this. Here we go.
Mr. Samuel Higgs, big shot investigative reporter.
Didn't think you'd ever be back in here.
I'd gladly slash your tires. But that mean you couldn't leave town. And you are leaving town right after this, right?
Just really embracing those hick stereotypes, huh, Joel?
Gentlemen. We get you good old boys another round.
Mighty kind of you, Declan.
You're not worth it, Higgs. Making friends already, I see.
Declan, been a while.
Hey, careful. I'd rather not be working tonight. And you always seem to angry up everyone's blood.
I'm only here to pay my respects to Nick. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, shame that. You watch yourself.
I think it's time I go put up a photo at the memorial board. That's what people do, right? Declan lacks subtlety, but he loves this town like no one else.
You always did know how to start a ruckus. Can't say I missed that.
Old-timers in general already don't like me, and the article just made it worse.
Hey, Sam, why don't you drink to Nick on the other side of the bar?
That's where Nick and I sat every time he dragged me out for drinks after work. That's where Nick and I sat every time he dragged me out for drinks after work.
Sammy! Oh, it's been ages.
Tara?
Oh, me? I've had this stomach thing lately, always churning. And this thing with Nick, his car went up like a Sunday ham. He burned alive, you know. Have you met Hugh? He took over the old pharmacy just after you left.
No.
The infamous Sam. I've read that article you wrote on the mine. You must have put in a lot of legwork on that.
It took reading thousands of public records, but a pattern emerged of willful negligence.
You are a bulldog. A dangerous man to anyone using power to exploit others.
That's nice of you to say.
Oh, don't hesitate to drop by the pharmacy sometime.
Oh, and Sam, you...
But for now, I have a feeling you're not here for us.
Oh, right. Don't be a stranger, Sam.
There was no love lost between Kathy and Nick since their divorce, but anyone can see she's taking his death hard. Kathy,
Sam, you actually came.
It's been too long, Kathy.
Has it? Joan was really hurt when you left town. Nick and I were never close after the breakup, and Joan's never had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Maybe don't break her heart this time when you leave town. All right?
Hard to make promises. I don't do well with those in Joan.
I've noticed.
But I'll try.
Sam, I'm gonna hold you to that.
Sorry we lost touch. Sorry I lost touch. Rest up, big guy. This photo always looked weird. Nick could never keep a straight face. Happier times. I wonder who took that picture. He was more her best friend than a dad. Those two were a great team. Bug was so small back then. Bug was so small back then.
Samuel, guess I lost the bet.
Bet?
Yeah, that bet you'd never come back to Basswood? Not after you went careening out of town like a bat out of hell the instant that article broke bad.
That wasn't the reason I left town.
Oh, you think it was that girl of yours? You left because the town hated your guts.
What are you even doing here, Dennis? You and Nick become friends or something?
Nope. He thought I was a drunk, which I am. And I thought he was a hack, which he was.
This coming from the IT guy. Didn't know resetting passwords could give you a journalism degree.
It can. But it does give me less patience for people who sling mud my way. Relax. I'm just playing. At least tell me how you been.
If you must know, I still haven't bounced back from when Anna and I broke up.
I think you mentioned she broke up with you. Yeah, but I hear you. Yeah, that's how I ended up in this shit town. Chasing a woman. Yeah, then she left and I got stuck here with 2 kids. Anyway, cheers to Nick. A man that, unlike us, people actually liked. Speaking of which...
As time draws near, my dearest dear, when you and I must part, how little you know of the grief and woe in my poor aching heart. 'Tis but I suffer for your sake. Believe me, dear, that's true. I wish that you were staying here.
Bess always had a soft spot for Nick. I think she liked his work
It was
ethic.
4,000.
That's what crooked pharmacists want you to do.
Pretty courageous of him to try his luck in Basswood, given the state of things. Nick and I spent so much money on this machine. Has it really been 2 years since I saw her? She hasn't changed a bit. Anna?
Sam! I've missed you. Why'd it take so long for you to darken my doorstep?
Well, I'm here now. I'll have to try and come by more often. That's what I'm supposed to say, right? Even if not everyone around here would like it.
People around here have short tempers,
And long memories.
but most of them mean well. Sam, the mine was gonna close anyways. Maybe in a year or 2, 5, if the Lord has a sense of humor. It was gonna run dry or have an even bigger disaster. It wasn't your fault.
I wanted to help. I was trying to make things better.
You always do. Try, at least. When my father lost his legs, nobody knew the mine wasn't following regulations. You were the only one who started asking questions. Whenever people talk about you, he always says, you did the right thing.
Yeah, well, your dad's Joe. He's an oak. Unmoving and annoyingly supportive.
It wasn't just him. Nick thought your piece was great. He was actually jealous. He always wanted to write something that shook the pillars of heaven, as he used to put it. You know, Nick and I had moved in together. Started to get serious. But I think it's only now I realize how much I cared for him.
Yeah. That's, you two must be so hard.
Are you okay? You knew about us, right? He said he was gonna tell you.
Yeah, I knew, but knowing and, knowing are different.
Yeah, I guess they are. But this was all nice. The funeral, the wake. Walter did a good job. But it all just makes me feel heavy. It makes my heart hurt. Like Nick's memory has been laid on top of me and I'm still carrying him.
It's hard for me to really just wrap my head around it. Nick being gone. Smart. Don't rock the boat when the person in the boat just lost a loved one.
It's big. I can't get my head around it either. His stuff is all over my house, but he's just missing. Things without an owner. Most of it I'll probably give to Joan and Kathy, the throwaway. I don't even know. Sam, I'm tired, and if I'm gonna drink and cry, I want to do it alone. I played that stupid song like I told myself I would. He said, or he used to say, it made him ache. I did it, and I'm going home. We need to catch up, though. Let's meet for coffee tomorrow and talk. Really talk. 9:30?
Yeah, maybe.
I'll be at the cafe across from the paper. Christina's. It was honestly nice seeing you.
Samuel, come. Have a round with me.
I need a drink or two. Or 3. And then There was no love lost between Kathy and Nick since their divorce. But anyone can see she's taking his death hard. Pretty courageous of him to try his luck in Basswood, given the state of things. Anna used to play it almost every night. She stopped after her father's accident. Bess always had a soft spot for Nick. I think she liked his work ethic.
Mr. Hicks,
Good to see you. My condolences for your friend. Coming back in town must not have been easy. Officer Stevenson was telling me about your little welcoming committee.
It's all right. Declan saved the day.
We just don't want any troubles here. Not from you, not from anyone.
Don't worry, I won't stay in town long enough for that. Declan, Bess, have a good night.
You too, Sam. Take care of yourself. Nick was a good man. Always spelled your name right when he was quoting you. Basswood lost one of its golden sons.
Some people can play this game drunk. Anna was best at 3 beers. You'd think a kid at a bar would stand out more. Walter can be overwhelming at times.
I didn't know you read Dickens.
But he means
even.
well.
Not really. You just quoted him a couple of times, and I...
He's owned this bar for almost a decade and still can't afford another employee.
Then you should read Great Expectations. It's a masterpiece, plain and simple.
It does look tempting.
So, Nick wasn't drunk, and me? I was drunk as a skunk.
Ah, Samuel, join us. We were just sharing stories about dear Nicholas. And let me get your next round. Maybe Ethan has a suggestion for a worthy spirit?
Oh, spirits? Oh, no. Friends drink beer.
Yes, I suppose that's fitting. To dear Nicholas.
Yeah, he'd been coming in a lot lately. Sat right there, with a bad dad joke or two.
With friends, I guess? Maybe Anna.
No, by himself with his laptop as his date.
He never drank alone.
You two were close, though, right? Tell me about the man outside the bar.
He had a terrible memory. Couldn't remember names, dates, passwords. Kept his notes squirreled around him like a hoard.
He got married young and had a kid. Then broke up and dated my ex. And they were happy. In love. Anna clearly cared about him a lot.
Oh, my boy. You can't compare lives. Just like you can't compare pain. They just simply are. The friend of man, the friend of truth. The friend of age, and guide of youth. Few hearts like his with virtue warmed. Few hearts with knowledge so informed. If there's another world, he lives in bliss. If there is none, he made the best of this.
Burns. That from your eulogy?
You know Robert Burns? And no, just something I keep on hand for toasts.
Well, it's a good choice. And sorry about that, Sam. I wasn't trying to bring you down.
Everyone liked him. I think even Dennis liked him somewhat.
He always had a lot of friends. A few who couldn't make it sent flowers.
How's the family taking it?
Joan and Kathy seem shaken. Kathy has a lot to deal with, now more than ever. And who can prepare for losing a parent? Not a soul. Not a single soul.
It always seemed so easy for him. Every day he'd show up, smile, no matter what.
Of the qualities in a good man, that one deserves to be at the top.
Not a quality I possess.
This isn't a place for self-pity. This is a place for dour reflection.
Yes, and drinking.
To Nick, he was my friend. He will be missed, but not forgotten.
Hear, hear.
Put that down. Kathy, what's your underage child doing drinking? You have no control over her? Ethan can lose his
I wasn't
license.
doing anything. Don't touch me.
Joan!
Leave me alone. Ugh, you guys are all so
so stupid! You do not talk to people that way. I'm sorry, everyone. She's just so...
That was quite heavy-handed. I hope the little one doesn't take it to heart.
I'll send her a text. Make sure she's gonna be okay.
What a night! I'd say that went well. Ish. You got to chat with everyone you've been avoiding. Even if the years didn't smooth their animosity as much as I hoped.
Just shut up. Coming back to Basswood was your idea.
You're the one in the driver's seat, Sam. I can't make you do anything. Deep down, you've been looking for a reason to come back. It's gonna be one of those long nights inside your head, huh?
I didn't ask for you to be here. To come back.
I couldn't let you miss this. You just showed up. You can't see it now, but the guilt would have eaten you alive. You're back out in the world. Feeling emotions, fitting in, that's progress.
Fuck the world. Pointless talking and more talking, and no one says what they mean. Go away. Let me enjoy being miserable.
Just try and make sure you don't do anything stupid.
No promises.